Imagine you have a roommate, and your roommate says to you, listen, I worked all week, I'm really tired, I'm going to sleep. I don't care who calls, I don't care who writes, I don't care who knocks on the door. Under no condition do you wake me up. I'm going to sleep for a week. Go to sleep, leave me alone. I've had it with all of you. What do you care? Go to sleep for a year, what do I care? Go to sleep. You're so upset that he talked to you this way, you leave the house. You go outside and, oh, what do you smell? You smell fire. Shem Menachem. Your friend's upstairs, he's sleeping. You run upstairs. We say, whoa, you want to wake him up? Wait, hold on a second. He told me not to wake him up. Now, if you wake him up and tell him, listen, my friend, I know you told me not to wake you up, but there's a fire. Is he going to be upset? Is he still going to be upset at you? Lubavitcher Rebbe says no. Why? Because he's going to realize there's a fire. There's a fire. He says the person that's not keeping Shabbat, the person that's not keeping Taharat Mishpacha, not keeping kosher, not keeping anything, not learning Torah, not knowing why he's even alive bichlal, he's sleeping. But as soon as you wake him up and you show him the truth finally, he's not going to be upset at you. He's only upset while he's still asleep. Eventually when you wake him up, he's not going to be upset. So Hillel is telling us here is that all this Torah that you're learning today, all the Torah that you learned yesterday, all the Torah you're going to learn tomorrow, you have to use it. Because if you're not using it, according to the Gemara, it's like you don't have a God, meaning you're learning Torah like it's a history book. Like it's for you only. And you're not emulating Hashem. Hashem only gives. So how can you keep the holiest creation that He ever created and gave it to you, to yourself? Why so selfish? Not everybody knows that Mechalel Shabbat is a big sin. Not everyone knows that eating non-kosher is a big deal. Not everyone knows that a woman is not allowed to be with a husband all month long. Not everyone knows that a woman needs to cover herself. Not everyone knows that you're not allowed to be angry, and you're not allowed to be stingy, and you're not allowed to be all these different things. Not everyone knows. Why? Because the 7.5 billion people we're surrounded by don't necessarily hold to it. The less clothes a woman has today, the more popular she is. The more pride a person has, the higher the position he has. Everything is opposite. Alma deshika. World of lies. In the old days, someone that had pride, they throw him away, they throw him out of the camp. Who are you to have pride? For what are you prideful? You came from a seed, and you're going to go and turn into dust one day. And everything you have in between, Hashem gave you. Chokhmah, Hashem takes the chokhmah away also, even from the wisest people, like the Ramban wrote to his son in the letter. Hashem even takes away the wisdom from the wisest of men. Honor. How can you use Hashem's clothing to have honor for yourself? What are you honoring for? What do you have so much respect for yourself for? For what? Somebody had so much pride they wouldn't give him anything. Today they make him president. Today they make him CEO. So everything's the opposite. In the old days, a woman walk around not modest, go to jail, chas v'shalom, even get death penalty. Today, they make magazines and write books about her. It's opposite. It's opposite. This is why if you possess the true knowledge, if you know Torah, you learn this, you see the verses, you see what it says. You see that even Yaakov Avinu was not allowed to get too comfortable and fall asleep. You have to share the knowledge. You have free CDs over there with a bunch of this. A bunch of these lectures. You give them out to people. You want more? Baruch Hashem, we'll give you more. Spread the knowledge. There's stuff, do kiruv for free. People don't know. Why? Because, like I said in the beginning of the lecture, you either have part of the Torah full of nice things, or you have the entire Torah that has both. And Hillel is telling us here That if you're going to use all this Torah knowledge, instead of teaching it to the public, instead of teaching it to your kids, instead of teaching it to your grandkids, your co-workers, your colleagues, instead you're going to teach it to walk around with your head high like you know everything. You know everything and everybody else is stupid. You know everything and everyone else is a fool. He said that one shall fade away. You'll be a forgotten memory. You'll become a forgotten memory.